I'm going to measure the inseam because the inseam needed to be 29.5. So I have chalk here that disappears with heat. It's the white. I've used other colors and that stuff didn't go away. So I'm sticking with white. Or depending on the fabric, I may use the friction pins, which again goes away with heat. Sometimes it'll leave like a faint white line, so you have to be careful with what color you use it on. But yeah, so I like doing cover stitch hems because I will mark where the bottom of my hem needs to be, fold it under, pin it, take it to the machine, sew it, and then trim out the excess fabric. To me, this is probably the fastest, well, or maybe the easiest hem to do if your machine is on its best behavior. Sometimes my machine and we don't get along, so it's finicky. It's a very expensive sewing machine that I think I've ever bought. It was just over $1,000. I bought it at Joann's. It's one of those 2-in-1. It can be a serger, or you can swap it over and it can do a cover stitch hem. I've never used it as a serger. I have a PAF or a POF. I'm not sure how you say that word. That is a serger and cover stitch. And it was just a pain in the butt to constantly switch from serging to cover stitch and back and forth. So I went to Joann's and bought this particular machine. I got the cheaper one, the next one up, I guess. It was a self-threader and it did it with air, and I'm just thinking, if something goes wrong, how am I supposed to thread this thing? So I opted for the cheaper one, which was $999 plus tax, which was well over $1,000. I've never spent that much money on a sewing machine before. Embroidery machines, absolutely, but you know, embroidery machines are expensive anyways. Alright, so second pair. The actual first pair I did was solid black, and then I did the navy, and now I'm doing this plum color, which for the life of me I cannot find matching thread. This is just one of those colors, so you'll probably notice the thread that I use is not quite right, and unfortunately I just don't have the color that matches. Out of all the threads that I have on my walls back here, I don't have anything that matches. So here we go. I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm double checking my measurements, because sometimes just because the pants are the same brand, same size, does not always mean that the inseams are different. So that's why I measured both pair of pants, because there's been a couple of times that I have measured and they were not correct. So, but yeah, here we go. Second leg. Measure, mark, flip, measure, mark, and then fold it in, throw some pins in it, and we're going to carry it over to the machine. And like I said, my machine is very finicky, but it actually did okay. Usually when I get to the side seams where it's bulky, that's where it has its fits. But it did pretty good. And look at me, I'm over here trying to carry the camera and move it so you guys can see it, and then I totally blocked the view. But yeah, anyway, so here we are with this lovely little Viking machine, which she does great when she's not in a bad mood. Yeah, the presser, the lever back there, you have to make sure it's all the way up, even though the foot is down. That little lever, all the way up. That, and I don't like that it's behind the machine. I like on my PAF or POF that it's on the right side of the machine. This and this little jiggy that's back there, both of the little levers are on the back of the machine. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. So I'm just trimming my threads where I started to sew, and then I'll overlock, or I guess lock my stitches in, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to sew over about an inch past where I started, and then trim everything and call it good. That's one leg. So it goes by pretty quickly, and I think I charge $19 a pair. I might be wrong, but I think it's $19 a pair. And the reason why I charge that much is because I'm using 3 threads. So I use quite a bit of threads to do these hems. And then carefully cut away the excess fabric, press, bag them up, hang them up, and they're good. Standard hems, like what you would have on your denim jeans, I charge $18. Maybe one day I will get my industrial cover lock machine or cover stitch machine up and running. I bought it used. I don't even know if it works. I mean, nothing's jammed up on it. As far as I can tell, it should work. But it's so dirty, I can't use it. I bought it from somebody that used to have a t-shirt factory. And the amount of dust and grime and ick that is all over the machine, it's awful. So my daughter and I, we've been slowly scrubbing and cleaning it. Like, even the table has to be cleaned because it's so nasty. So, second pair, zipping through. And I kind of slow down when I get to those side seams, just because sometimes, like I said, it'll do something wonky and it will skip a whole bunch of stitches, or it'll jam up, or one of the threads will break and then I have to redo it. It gets a little irritating. But I guess I was holding my mouth right because she did just fine. She wasn't in a mood. And then let's see, so the rest of the week, like today, I have some standard hems that I need to do, more cover stitch hems. Like, I've got 3 more pairs of pants. I'm so done. I don't want to do cover stitches anymore. Ooh. I've got 3 more pairs of those to do, and then I'm trying to think what else is on my calendar. I have a blind hem, and then I need to add some elastic into a waistband, which the pants have just about had it, so I don't understand why they want me to add elastic. I understand that these might be your kiddo's favorite pairs, but unfortunately sometimes it's best to just toss them out and buy new. It actually looks like they've been heated up and melted with the elastic. So. And then let's see, I also have another Letterman jacket that came in that I need to get to. I ran out of time on Friday, so I'm going to try to get to that on this Friday. Next weekend, I'm going camping. Super excited about that. Going to South Texas, or I guess it's the hill country of Texas. So I have like a 3.5-hour drive. Super fun. So when I lock up on Friday, I'm out of here. So I guess I need to figure out, let's see. So next week's calendar, what do I have for next week? Oh, that's my dead week. Okay. So I'm not sure what my video will be for next week. Oh, you know what? I have some stockings that I need to embroider. That's on for this Friday, so maybe I will do a video on how I do all that, like the computer stuff, and I'll do that as a video. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was trying really hard to make sure I was in frame here, and not so much. So I fold the hem that I've made towards the inside, resting on my fingers so that I can push it away, and then I trim on next to that top fold. Just trying to be super careful to not nick my threads, because otherwise it'll unravel. But I try to get super close. Sometimes it's not that great, sometimes I get like super spot on. And then fold it and look, ta-da! You know, it doesn't look that bad actually, at least from my view here, but in person it looks super bright. But that doesn't look bad at all. So that's it. I'm just going to trim away, then you can absolutely not see. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess I will do the stockings. I'll do that video on Friday, and then I'll post it for next week, because next week it's a dead week, and that's just I do once a month, a week that I don't schedule anything. That way, if I forget to put something on the calendar, that's when I cram and get everything done. And I have quite a few things back there that did not make it on the calendar. Sorry, customers. Like, I have a jacket back there that's got this fake leather facing trim around it that I need to remove and replace. And here we go with a customer. That's lovely. Okay, so yeah, so that's all I'm doing here. I'm just trimming away, folding, and then it's done. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Okay, well, I'm back. That was short and quick. Just a customer picking up. Hooray! Unfortunately, she's already paid, so no new money coming in today. Yeah. So here I am, still trimming away. But like I said, so on here you can see there is a faint white line on the bottom of that hem. And when I get done with these, I'll carry them over to the ironing board and lightly hit them with the steam. That way all that goes away. And all my chalks are gone. And that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Again, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching my videos. And that's it.